EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Houston Oilers taking on the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And off we go from Denver. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. They're going to look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he checks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Underneath, caught by the tight end, Allen. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Oilers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off, let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass. That's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. He completes it to Ridley. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now a carry for Allen. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. But you look at this defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Back to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this 1st quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it, and he fires one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their 1st turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down at the 17-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Allen here on the screen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taken in at the 22. Good footwork at the 30.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Bulldozes past him. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
2nd and a yard at the 40-yard line.
Now back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. A pretty sizable deficit here in the 1st quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The end result, 21 yards. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have it.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, Dorsey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll look to throw here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
65. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Allen. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are back within a score. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
2nd and 13.
Quick hitter here. It's complete.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. They're going to look to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. But certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Denver's offense ready to go again. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
They start the drive with a give to Allen. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold it.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd down and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught to Charles. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play
take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
First down, Oilers.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's brought down. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Oilers are able to extend their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Broncos 10.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. They'll drop to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This to Graham on the short pass. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started across the border in Mexico, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Jets don't want to fall into a deep hole this early, so a good win there ups their record to 3-4. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. The Rams don't want to fall into a deep hole this early, so a good win there ups their record to 3-4. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And that one's at halftime with the visiting Chiefs out on top. The Chiefs trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, it resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Charles. Down to the 10. And all the way home for the Broncos score. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
At the 45-yard line.
Now a give right side. Dorson, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Oilers.
They'll set up a throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Back to throw. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second down and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 13-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Back to throw again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
They'll look to throw. Touchdown! From 4 yards out.
And the Oilers are able to widen their advantage.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there at 4 yards. The Broncos about set to go on offense. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw.
Yeah, quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 13 yards out.
And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting it and by him going up and getting it.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw here.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
It's Graham again with a catch, just like the last play.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 48-yard line.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This to Graham on the short pass. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Dorsey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settled things down a little bit.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Reed. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 8.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Now 3rd down and 7.
Now back to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Houston set to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra point.
And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Houston. 49 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
At the Broncos' 26-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
And And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now Allen. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
39-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to throw again. He completes it to Ridley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 31. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
From the 25, here's a 2nd down and 4.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll run with Allen. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run. This is Allen. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, And we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Dorsey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
2nd and 14.
And Graham's got it. Complete.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Looking to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the 1st. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. On 3rd down, Dorsey. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Oilers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Broncos 32.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So the Broncos now down by 10. A little under a minute 50 remaining. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Charles.
That's good for a Broncos first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Houston, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles